Hello everyone, we are group number 2 and we are going to talk about English as a global language. We are Ayala Dayana, Carrasco Mónica, Cheliquinga Maribel, and Ayala Renato. As we know, English is the dominant global language and the lingua franca. It is because of the historical influence of British Empire and the culture and economic dominance of United States throughout 20th and 21st centuries.
So today we are going to discuss some examples about why English acts as a global language. So let's continue.
Ready.
My first example is air traffic control. By international rules, all pilots and controllers must use English. Even to French pilots flying over France, they have to communicate in English.
Yeah, right. That's clearly for safety. A common language prevents fatal misunderstanding, but it also puts extra pressure on non-native speakers.
Exactly. English speakers have an inherent advantage. They don't need to learn another language to do the job. That's not entirely fair.
True, but still, without a shared language, global aviation could be chaotic. So it's practical. But we should ensure that proficiency tests are equitable for everyone.
Sounds good. Let's continue with the next example.
Okay, now it's my turn. I would like to talk about scientific research. You know that over 90% of journals are published in English. So a researcher from Brazil or Japan needs to write in English to get recognition.
Absolutely. That speeds up knowledge exchange. A biologist in Germany can read a paper from Korea immediately. That's a huge benefit.
Yes, Moni, that's true. But there is a downside. Not native scientists spend weeks editing their English instead of doing experiments. So that is a real burden.
Right. And what about excellent research written in Chinese or Portuguese? It becomes invisible. So we lose valuable knowledge.
Exactly, Rena. So English helps, but it also excludes.
Okay, now me. Let's talk about international organizations. Like the UN and the Olympic Committee, English is an official language, and in practice, it is the default working language.
That's right. So I think that it makes diplomacy faster. Fewer interpreters needed, but other official languages like French, Spanish, or Arabic get marginalized. What do you think?
True.
Mhm.
And think about athletes. If they don't understand English, they just can't communicate with others. Everything becomes harder for them.
Right. So that's the real problem.
Yes, so let's talk about the last example. So I think that the internet and the global pop culture, English dominates social media. For example, Netflix, music and other websites. So it has become a status symbol. People who speak it well are seen as more educated and modern.
Absolutely. That gives access to huge amount of information and entertainment. But it also creates a digital divide. Those without English are left out.
Yeah, right, Rena. A younger generation may start abandoning their native language because they think that English is cool. That leads to language shift and even language death.
That's true, Daya. English is a status symbol reinforces classes inequality. Wealthy families pay for private English lessons. Poorer families can afford them, so privilege reproduces itself.
Exactly, Moni. So it's not a neutral tool.
Okay, let's summarize what we have agreed on. For example, in aviation, English helps to communicate with travelers and cabin crew around the world.
Yeah, English is also incredibly useful for science, diplomacy, and the media. No doubt about that.
Right, Daya, but it also creates unfair advantages for native speakers and pushes smaller languages to the edge of exhibition.
Exactly. So our conclusion is promote English as a global communication tool, but also actively protect linguistic diversity. Multilingualism is the ethical path.
Okay, guys, thank you for your ideas.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye bye.
See you.